Now that I have these flanges, it's time to extend them out past that. And what I'm going to do is extend these way out, and then I'm going to cut them at an angle so I can print them nicely. And then we'll add fillets, etc. So I'm going to start a sketch on the fronts of these flanges. And this time we're going to, again, put in construction mode. I'm going to project the geometry of the nut for this side, the circle for this one, and the nut for this one. And now we're going to use offset to draw the same shape, but extend out some. And we're going to mention, we want to select those and I'll make those. So Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. It's easier to fix it there. Make sure I'm out of construction mode, then offset again. Offset, offset, offset. I'm going to hit F7 to slice graphics so I can see where I am. I'm now going to dimension between the offset and the thing to be 0.01. A little bit. So we'll try that. And I'm going to set the dimension for all these to be the same offset. Now, when I do my test print for this piece, I might find this is too tight or too loose. I can easily adjust these guys to make them match later. Now I'm going to project geometry. I'm going to hit F7 again and select these surfaces. And now I'm going to project geometry, project geometry, project geometry. F7. So now I should be able to take and extrude that shape, and that shape. Hit F7 to turn off that. And we're going to make this very long. I'm going to make this like 0.5 so I can then take an angular slice through here. So I'm going to make that 0.5. I'm going to hit OK. Now I have my longer pieces. I'm now going to start a sketch on the surface that is a slope starting here and coming up to here. Now, dimension from here is I'm going to dimension it from this line here. I'm going to go 0.1, and I'm going to make sure this point lands on this edge. So I'm going to project that line. I'm going to make sure this angle here is no bigger than 45. It's going to be driven. So that's less than 45, so that should be fine. I'm now going to close off this shape by drawing in this back line. And I'm going to hit extrude, and I'm going to slice all the way through. And that will give me a nice recess for both the screw and the nut, but it'll also protect the thing. And I could probably make those come a little bit farther in. So I'm going to go to my sketch. Instead of doing 0.1, let's go 0.05. So the screws are just barely recessed. Now, I'm going to do the same thing on the top surface. So I'm going to start a sketch up here. And I'm going to draw a line from this point here to this point here. I'm going to make sure this lands on this line here. And I'm going to project this geometry here so I can see it. I'm going to put this end of this line with coincident on this line. And I'm going to dimension from, I'm going to project, dimension from here to here to be 0.05, using the same number. Complete the triangle so I can carve this through. Now make sure this point lands on this curve there and there. And we're going to draw one more line. L for line is hotkey for line. Now this being off doesn't really affect anything. Okay, it's still moving, so I'm going to condense that to this line. And this line doesn't matter because we're just cutting, so we can leave that out. And we're slicing all the way through. Hit OK. Now we can add some fillets. I'm going to add a fillet to this edge here, 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 and here, and there. And we're going to pick a .025. We can do moderately large there. I'm also going to put a fillet on the edges of there. Oh, I grabbed the wrong line. I Control unselect it and then reselect the line I actually want. Apply. And then finally, I'm going to put a fillet around this that's fairly small, probably 0.025. Apply. Now I'm going to chamfer the slots for the screw. I'm going to do 0.05. Now make it easier to line the nut up to get it in place. Same with this. Unselect that one. Now make that easier to insert. And now I'm ready to test print this. So now I'm going to start a sketch on here. I'm going to draw a big circle just like I've done in the past. Extrude. Intersection. And I want to go at least 1 inch. So I'm past the edge. Hit OK. File. Save as. Save a copy as. I'll call it flange test right. And we're going to open this up. Now, I'm showing you the print setup. I can actually just show it from here. I'll trash everything on here. And we're going to hit add. And we're going to select flange test right. And now we want to make sure that we print with the flange pointing upwards. This is counterintuitive from this point of view. I'm going to close this. But the reason we do that is because in real life, this is going to print with these flanges facing upwards because I don't want to have the big boot section. If I go suppress this last feature, I don't want this thing floating. That's going to be a lot more support. So I want to see if I can print this without supports. So we're going to go look at the print preview, and it's not showing any overhang. So let's give that a try. And if that works, great. If it doesn't, I'll adjust the sizes. So I'll export that to code and print it off and show in the next video.